Okay. So we are going to start with mole concept. Okay. So this is one of the most important concepts in chemistry. As a chemist, most of the time we use moles. Okay. Moles per liter, moles. This one, it will come again and again when you do experiments and all, when you do titration later on in class 11 and 12. This concept will come again and again. Okay. So this mole concept is really important. Alright. But mole, just remember, mole means it doesn't mean the mole which is in your face, or there is an animal like a rat called mole. It's not that mole, alright? In chemistry, remember, mole is just a number, alright? For example, when we say a dozen, what is the number? It means 12 numbers, okay? So similarly, in chemistry, when we say 1 mole, the number is 6.023 times 10 to the power 23. Now, this number is really a huge number. So let us see this number. If you count this, it will take you forever to count this. Even when you die, you won't be able to finish counting this number, right? For example, now, without this, how do we represent this? So how many zeros will be there after 602? Forget about 3. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 zeros. Imagine if you had this much neutron more. Yes? You, every second, even if you spend millions, you won't be able to finish more. Yes? So when we write this in scientific notation, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 6.023 into 10 to the power 23. So this many zeros are there. So this is a very big number. I can't imagine how big this number is. Right? So we need this big number in chemistry. Why? Mole. In chemistry, mole, like I said, it is a number. But actually, just like this dozens, this is a unit to measure amount of particles. Amount of particles. It is a unit to measure amount of particles. Particles here represents your atoms, molecules, your ions, your electrons, all these subatomic particles we studied in lower class. So we need a unit to measure these particles, and that unit we use is mole. Now this mole, like I said, it represents a very big number. We need a big number to count these atoms, molecules, ions and electrons. Why do we need this big number? Why cannot we use kg or dozen to weigh this and count these atoms, molecules or ions or electrons? It is? Yes, our atoms and molecules are really small. Now see here, I brought lentils today. We are not, someone said we didn't bring pressure cooker more. Let's bring pressure cooker and cook. Okay, so see here, look at these lentils. Now, will you be able to count these lentils? No?
Yes,
huh?
yes,
because you can see them, right?
Yes.
You can see them, you can count them, but this one is 1000 grams, okay? Which means this is 1 kg. So if I ask you to count these lentils, I'm sure you will finish it more. But atoms and molecules are much tinier, remember, much tinier than this one. Okay, so when will you finish counting them? Right? Yes? So moles. For example, if I say bring me 1 mole of this lentils, you have to count me this many numbers. and then you have to bring me one more. But the question is, will you be able to count this? No, it will take you forever. Like I said, even when you die, you won't finish counting this. No. But if I ask you to count this much, so for example, you can easily count. No, for example, here 1, 2, 3, 4. It's easy to count these lentils, right? Yes, but atoms and molecules are so tiny, you can't finish counting them. Forget about it, you can't even see atoms and molecules. Alright, now because these atoms and molecules are so tiny, we need a big unit to represent them, and that is mole. So 1 mole is just a unit to measure amount of particles. Particles here represents your atoms and molecules and all this one, okay? So this is the number. This is known as Avogadro's number. Law. Yes, we studied about Avogadro's law in chapter 1, right? So this chemist, Avogadro, was the one who said equal volumes of all gases under similar conditions of temperature and pressure contains equal number of molecules. He in a way presented a way to count molecules, but that time the chemists and scientists did not believe them. Okay, but later on when he died, they actually could count atoms and molecules, and then his hypothesis came true. And when this number was discovered, 1 mole means this many number, this number was given the name Avogadro's number, because actually he was the one who already said we can count molecules more, but nobody believed him. So when this 1 mole means this many number was actually discovered, this number was given to him in order to honor him. Okay, so this is Avogadro's number, which is 6.023 times 10 to the power 23. Okay, now if I say bring me 1 more, like I said, you cannot count them. Can you? No. For example, Kalpana, can you count the number of letters? You can throw one by one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so there were how many lentils? Individual lentils? There were 10. Now, if I ask her to count this, how long do you think she will take? Tomorrow? Till tomorrow she will finish. I don't know, you keep bet and then see, okay? Now, is there another way? Is there another way? Instead of counting them, okay, my task is same. You have to find out how many individual lentils are here in this 1000 grams of lentils. Okay. Now, instead of counting literally one by one, is there another way to do it? Yes. Weigh them? Yes, absolutely. So, how will you go about this one now? You want to find out how many lentils are here in this 1000 grams. What will you do? Some amount? Then
we all together.
So you weigh some and then you weigh all. You will get how many lentils are there?
Yes.
Yes. Huh? Yes, Kile?
First we 1 ton.
Oh, 1 ton. Yes. Yes. So you weigh this 1 more. Yes. But right now, what we will do is instead of 1, she counted 10 lentils earlier, remember? Okay, so we will try to weigh these 10 lentils. Okay, this is, by the way, this one weighs in grams. Okay, so this is digital balance. So we have, let's say, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We have 10. Okay, Kalpana. Yeah, weigh them. May not be accurate right now, but that's fine. Pick it up. Okay, take out your calculator. Ready? You have to find the weight of 1 lentil. So right now, it is 0.23 grams for 10 lentils. For 10 lentils, what is the weight? 0.23 grams. Now I ask you to find the weight of 1 lentil. What is your value? What will you do? Huh?
Cross multiply.
Okay, without cross multiplying also, how will you find out the weight of 1 lentil? Oh, which one? 0.23 divide by 10. Otherwise, you can use this cross multiply 10 times x you get 10x equals this and this get multiplied, so 0.23. So solve for x, so again simple. 0.023 grams is for one lentil. Now how much do we have here?
1,000 grams.
1,000 grams. So one lentil weighs 0.023 grams. So how many grams do we have at the moment? 1,000 grams. So how count the number of lentils in that 1,000 grams? Is it 23? No, we want to count individual lentils in that 1,000 grams. Now we know one lentil is 0.023 grams. You have 1,000 grams, so how many lentils is it? 0.023 gets multiplied with x equals 1,000. So x equals 1,000 divided by 0.023.
43478.26.
Sorry,
3478.
8.26. Meaning how many lentils are there? Number 1, 2, 3, 43,478. So instead of counting one by one, what we can do is we can weigh this. We can count these lentils by weighing. So that concept is known as counting by weighing. So this is how we find mole, okay? Instead of counting Avogadro's number in that 1 mole, you can weigh them, okay? And then you can find 1 mole. You do not have to count literally one by one like I asked Kalpana to do so more. So what they make use of is weigh, in the sense now they use the chemists to find that 1 mole. How do they count that 1 mole? Avogadro's number is by weighing. So we make use of atomic weight or molecular weight. So what is the unit for atomic weight or molecular weight or molecular mass? What is the unit? Huh? It's grams per mole. Meaning to get 1 mole, you have to find its weight, the atomic weight, which is you get it directly from the periodic table. Yes or no? Yes? Okay, for example, if I ask you 1 mole of carbon. So we know in 1 mole of carbon, how many carbon atoms are there? How many? Let's say this is carbon, okay? Carbon, usually we represent it by black. Alright? So, if I ask you to get me 1 mole of carbon, we know 1 mole of carbon means it is 6.023 times 10 to the power 20. But can you count atoms? This many numbers? No. So, instead of this, what will you do? How do we get 6.023 times 10 to the power 23 numbers? Instead of counting individually, what do we do? Weigh. So, how much do we need to weigh? What is the atomic weight of carbon? 12. So meaning it is 12 grams because per mole it is 12 grams. So meaning 12 grams is only this much, for example, here. 12 grams may be this much. Let us say these are carbons. So you see here, in this 12 grams, imagine you have this many numbers of carbon atoms, which means that our atoms are really, really small. You can't imagine being smaller than this one, right? So in that 12 gram, you have this many number of carbon atoms, which means our atoms or molecules are really, really tiny. Now, if I say bring me 1 mole of lentils, ChatGPT says it will cover up whole Bhutan, the whole map, all this, our country more. We have 20s on, it will be all covered by these lentils if I ask you to bring 1 mole of lentils. But atoms and molecules, see here, only in 12 grams of carbon, you have this big number, which means our atoms and molecules are really, really tiny. Okay, so scientists, they use this step, counting by weighing. Instead of counting it, you just weigh them. 1 mole means you have to weigh 12 grams of carbon, which means in that 12 grams of carbon we have Avogadro's number of carbon atoms. So are you getting the concept of mole, especially the new students? Yes? So mole, it is just a unit to measure the amount of atoms, molecules, ions. We call them as particles. And 1 mole represents this number, which we call it as Avogadro's number. You have to know this number, 6.023 times 10 to the power 23. Are you getting it? Okay, so let us take some more examples. So if I say, bring 1 mole of water. So water, is it atom, is it molecule, what is it? It is molecule. So if I say, bring me 1 molecule of water, which means in terms of number, 1 mole means how much? 6.023 times 10 to the power 23. What is it? Molecules of water. There is a misconception. Many people write 1 mole of water. Sometimes you write this many grams. It is just a number. If I say 1 mole of egg, it will be this many number 8. Right? Right now it is molecule. That's why it is here molecule. So when I said bring me 1 mole of carbon, remember mole is just a number which is 6.023 times 10 to the power 23. So we are right now carbon is atoms or molecules? Atoms. So here you have to write here atoms of carbon. Right now it is molecules. So here it's like saying 1 mole of egg means this many number of eggs. So because mole is just a number, just like your dozen. Are you getting it? Yes? So meaning, can you count water, this many numbers of water molecule? No, right? So it will take you forever. So water, H2O, which means 1 oxygen and then there are 2 hydrogens. So this is 1 molecule of water. Okay, this is 1 molecule, but total we have 3 atoms. So this is 1 molecule of water, and then if you take another one, for example like this, you have another molecule of water. So we have 1 molecule, another molecule, we have 2 molecules. So in 1 mole, another molecule, we have this much number. 6.023 times 10 to the power 23 in 1 mole. But you can't count this number. So what you can do is, you can weigh. You can weigh water, right? So how much of water are you going to weigh to give me 1 mole?
18 grams.
18. Because this is the molecular weight of water is 18. 2 hydrogen, 2 plus 1 oxygen, 16. 16 plus 2, 18 grams. So in that 18 grams of water, if you, the number of molecules present is at 1, 2, it will be this much number. Okay, so that is how you, when we say mole, this number is very hard to picture. Even it's very hard for me to picture. But we can always weigh them, right? So in 18 grams of water, you have to know there is this many molecules of water. Which means 18 grams is only this much, little bit. But in that 18 grams, there is 6.023 10 to the power 20 molecules of water. Meaning, right now this is very big. Okay, molecules are less, remember they're very small. That's why in 18 grams you have this many amount, remember. Okay, so atoms or molecules are really tiny. So that's why we need a big unit to represent them. And that unit is moles. Are you getting it? Yes? Now, what instead of, for example, gas, if it is gas, if, for example, if I ask you, bring me 1 mole of oxygen gas. So in terms of weight, what is the molecular weight? 2 times 16? Yes, 32 grams of oxygen. But instead of weighing, in terms of gas, it is easier to represent them, because remember gases, we use the unit liters to get the gas. More, for example, gas cylinder, it is measured in volume, right? So our gases, instead of weighing that, if I ask you to bring 1 mole of oxygen, we can always weigh in liters also. Okay, so 1 mole of any gas at STP. What is STP? Standard temperature is how much? 273 Kelvin, and standard pressure is 180. So 1 mole of any gas at STP occupies 22.4 liters. Okay, now for example, if this is 1 liter bottle, okay, so that let's say there is no water here, let's say it is filled with oxygen gas. So how many bottles of this 1 liter should you get roughly? 1 mole, 22. So you need how many bottles of this 1 liter bottle? 22, and its 0.4 is roughly 22 more. So you need around 22 bottles of 1 liter filled with oxygen. So meaning, if you weigh this bottle, 22 bottles which is filled with oxygen, and if you weigh them, it will be the weight of this gas will be 32 grams. Okay, so which means in that 22.4 liters, for example, our oxygen gas, we have a double bond. So this is 1 molecule of oxygen gas, O2, double bonded, single covalent bond, double covalent bond, more. Do you remember? So oxygen has a double bond. Now let's say this bottle is filled with this oxygen molecules, many oxygen molecules. Now this 22, in that 22.4 liters, this 22 liters, if you count this oxygen molecule, it will be how many now? 1 mole means, in terms of number, how much is it?
6.
Yes, in that 22.4 liter, we have 6.023 times 10 to power 23 molecules of O2 gas. Okay, so that means 22.4 liters of oxygen, in terms of weight, it is 32 grams, which is very less. 22.4 liters is equals to 32 grams. Are you getting it? What is mole? Huh? Okay, so mole is a very big number. So this one, 22.4 liters, we call this as molar volume. What is it? Molar volume. So 1 mole of any gas at STP occupies 22.4 liters. So in that 22.4 liters, it will contain Avogadro's number of molecules. Okay, now let's take another example. So here, 1 mole means we have 6.023 times 10 to power 23 molecules of O2. Now, if I say bring me 1 mole of CO2, in terms of weight, how much are you going to weigh? CO2, carbon dioxide, 12 plus 2 into 16, 44 grams of CO2. Now in that 44 grams of CO2, how many CO2 molecules are present? In terms of number, 44 grams of CO2 molecule, if you count individually, how much will it be? In that 44 grams, which is Avogadro's number 6.023 times 10 to the power 23. 6.023 times 10 to the power 23 CO2 molecules, not moles now, molecules. Now 44 grams of CO2. Now in terms of volume means, how much is it? 1 mole of CO2?
22.4.
Yes, again 22.4 liters. Okay. Now let's say I asked you to get 1 mole of hydrogen gas. So in terms of weight, how much is it? 2 grams. Now in 2 grams of hydrogen, in terms of volume, it is 22.4 liters. Then 1 mole of hydrogen means, in terms of number, 6.023 times 10 to power 23 molecules of H. Now look at this one. What is similar? What is different here? You have different substances, right? You have oxygen, we have CO2, we have hydrogen, but we are all taking 1 mole of that substance. So which means 1 What is similar? When you count these molecules individually, 1 mole means we know this many number. This is fixed. It's like dozen means it's always 12. So 1 mole means this many number of O2. 1 mole means this many number of Avogadro's number of CO2. Here 1 mole of hydrogen means Avogadro's number of hydrogen. Then we know 1 mole, if it is gas, we can also find in volume, which is 22.4, 22.4, 22.4, because they are all 1 mole. So what is different here? Grams, meaning the mass is different. Yes? 1 mole is 32 grams of oxygen, 1 mole is 44 grams of CO2, 1 mole of hydrogen is 2 grams. Because different substances will have different atomic weight and different molecular mass. Yes? But they all represent 1 mole. Because remember, atomic weight or molecular weight, it is grams per mole. Right? The unit is grams per mole. Meaning, for example, for O2, if you are asked to get 1 mole, the weight is 32. Yes? So different substance will have different weight. For example, here, I am taking 1 mole of these lentils. And I'm also taking 1 mole of potato, your favorite, right? So it also contains, 1 mole means it contains the same number, more Avogadro's number of lentils and Avogadro's number of potato. But if you weigh them, will it be same? Lentils is much smaller. So our potato will weigh more, but the number is same. Avogadro's number of lentils, Avogadro's number of potato. But when you weigh them, will it be same? No. So this is the concept. Alright. So if I ask you 1 mole of oxygen, the weight will be different. For 1 mole of oxygen, it is 44. If you take 44 grams of O2, is it 1 mole? No, this is fixed here. The mass is fixed for atoms and molecules.